Strong people master their emotions, do you? A strong person in spirit has long disregarded the emotions that weak people often succumb to. The weak get angry like a tiger, while the strong remain calm like water. The poet John Milton once said, "A person who can control their passions, desires, and fears is greater than a king." Often, what determines the course of one's life is not intelligence or talent, but the ability to control emotions. The weak become slaves to their emotions, while the strong have already transcended them. For a mature person, emotions shape destiny. I know your life is busy. What I'm sharing is not easy to absorb, especially if you only listen once. My advice is to watch until the end, rewatch multiple times, and listen while doing housework or during free moments. Save this video and share it to make it more convenient for you. I am confident that within a few short months, your mindset will evolve to a whole new level. The truly skilled do not let emotions control them. Zhuangzi once said, "Meeting respect without joy, facing insults without anger." The best state of being is one where a person is respected without excessive elation and insulted without losing their temper. Only by taking things lightly, maintaining composure and reason in the face of challenges, can one live freely in this world. Han Xian, one of China's most famous generals, is not only remembered for his military prowess, but also for his extraordinary ability to control his emotions. Orphaned at a young age, he often faced discrimination and cold treatment. One day, a tall butcher saw Han Xian carrying a sword and, thinking he was a coward, wanted to humiliate him. The butcher said, "Either crawl between my legs or kill me." Han Xian, knowing he had no chance of winning alone, chose to endure humiliation and crawled between the butcher's legs amidst the laughter of the crowd. This became the famous story of crawling between the legs. Faced with unreasonable provocation, Han Xian did not draw his sword in anger. Instead, he analyzed the situation calmly and made the most beneficial choice for himself. Though he endured temporary humiliation, he avoided a dangerous conflict. Because of his ability to endure, Han Xian quickly rose through the ranks and, within a few years, became a great general leading millions of soldiers to victory. He became one of history's most legendary military figures. In life, many people, when confronted with sudden difficulties, either retreat in fear or lose control in anger. In the end, the problem remains unresolved, and they only end up hurting themselves. Emotions are a person's greatest enemy. We must learn to control our emotions. However, staying calm in the face of difficulties does not mean being emotionless. Rather, it means not letting emotions dictate one's mind. Even in the midst of life's storms, one must maintain inner tranquility. When confronted with attacks from others, the stronger you retaliate, the longer the conflict drags on. Instead, remain firm like oil and water that do not mix. The weak are quick to anger like a tiger. The strong remain still like water. Truly capable people master their emotions, never allowing themselves to be excessively joyful or deeply sorrowful. Do not take yourself too seriously, and negative emotions will not arise. Zhuangzi also said, "A person who does not take themselves too seriously cannot be easily angered by others." He illustrated this with a story. A man named Shi, having heard of Laozi's extraordinary wisdom, traveled a great distance to visit him. Upon arrival, he saw Laozi's home in disarray, like a rat's nest. Disappointed, he scoffed, "I traveled hundreds of miles to meet a great sage, yet you live like a rat." Laozi remained calm and showed no reaction. The next day, realizing his rudeness, Shi returned to apologize. Laozi gently replied, "Sage, I abandoned that empty title long ago. You call me an ox, a horse, or a rat. It makes no difference. I am still me." Many problems in life, cannot be solved by anger alone. Lowering one's ego and not taking oneself too seriously helps prevent unnecessary conflicts. As the poet Lord Lully once said, "Be like the mud. If you always see yourself as a pearl, you will forever suffer from being buried." According to Buddhist philosophy, an essential task in life is to eliminate the ego, meaning, do not overvalue yourself. Many people appear strong on the outside but lack inner stability. Because they take themselves too seriously, they allow others to easily manipulate their emotions, preventing them from truly understanding themselves. Do not overvalue yourself. Only then can you handle everything with ease and composure. When faced with sadness, you can console yourself. When confronted with difficulties, you can uplift your own spirit. It is this clarity and humility that brings wisdom, neither arrogant nor impulsive. Learning to control emotions is learning to control life. Zhuangzi once said, "True virtue is not seen in rushing waters, but in still waters." Only in stillness can one stop. He taught that those who master their emotions can halt unnecessary worries and mental exhaustion. Only then can they maintain inner peace, focus on their work, and resolve life's complexities. However, many people, when faced with the darkest moments of their lives, allow emotions to explode, becoming consumed by negativity. This was the case with Zhang Fei, a famous general from the Three Kingdoms era. His death was truly tragic. Upon hearing that Guan Yu had been killed, Zhang Fei lost control, drank excessively, and lashed out at his own soldiers. As a result, he was assassinated by his subordinates. Despite his talents, Zhang Fei ultimately met his downfall due to an inability to control his emotions. No matter how gifted one is, without emotional control, success is impossible. Self-control brings peace and wisdom. During the Qing dynasty, the renowned official Zheng Guofan was once humiliated over an incident involving his son. One day, while traveling in a sedan chair carried by 4 bearers, his entourage encountered another official's 8-bearer sedan in a narrow alley. The other official, assuming Zheng Guofan was of lower rank, refused to yield and had his men forcibly pull him out of his sedan and slap him. Upon realizing he had just struck a high-ranking official, the man panicked and quickly apologized. Instead of getting angry, Zheng Guofan calmly helped him up, smiled, and said, "It was my sedan that blocked your path. No offense taken." Faced with unfair treatment, he chose to laugh it off rather than drown in negative emotions or seek revenge. People like him can swiftly adjust their mindset, winning the respect of others while saving time and energy for what truly matters. Emotional control is not just a virtue but also a form of wisdom in life. Those who master their emotions maintain inner peace, which leads to greater insight. With wisdom, one can take charge of life. When emotions are unstable, it may be because one's perspective is too narrow. Zhuangzi once told a story about a man rowing across a river. He saw another boat heading toward him and, believing it to be manned, grew furious and cursed the person steering it. But as the boat neared, he realized it was empty. Instantly, his anger vanished. In reality, what made him angry was not the collision itself, but his perception of whether someone was behind it. Many things that upset you are not the events themselves, but how you interpret and react to them. If you think, "This person is ignoring me. They are deliberately hurting me. I won't let them get away with it," then emotions flare up. But in life, you will encounter all sorts of unreasonable people. If you always react, the cycle never ends. Zhuangzi said, "Do not argue. Do not try to prove right or wrong with the world. The more things you find unbearable, the more it reflects a limited perspective. Truly strong individuals treat troubles and troublesome people like empty boats, without intent, without meaning. They do not seek revenge, but instead focus on self-adjustment and broadening their outlook. Zhuangzi also said, "Who can harm someone who does not take themselves too seriously?" If one does not place too much importance on their ego, no one can truly anger or disturb them. Everyone has their own way of living. Try standing in someone else's shoes to understand and be more forgiving. When two boats collide, your first reaction shouldn't be to scold but to ask, "Are you okay?" That way, the other person will feel like an empty boat, nothing to argue about. Let go of prejudices. As long as you don't harm others, you won't be harmed. Let go of your ego, and naturally, you won't be so fixated on things. See things with an open mind. Don't sweat the small stuff. Negative emotions arise because you want too much. The more you desire, the more you clash with the world, leading to conflicts. Human desires are endless. If your happiness depends on fulfilling your desires, then once those desires go unmet, your happiness disappears. That's why the ancient sages taught us, excessive desire is the root of all suffering. When Zhuangzi was nearing the end of his life, his disciples wanted to give him a grand burial. He replied, "Above me, the birds will feast. Below me, the ants will dine. Why should I hide from nature?" While others chased after fame and fortune, Zhuangzi treated life and death with ease. The simpler life is, the lighter it becomes. Many exhaust themselves fighting for wealth and status, but in the end, they take nothing with them. Zhuangzi said, "True joy does not come from fame or desires. It comes from having no desires at all." Inner peace is the source of happiness. Real happiness lies in harmony with nature and unity with the universe. This happiness does not come from material wealth or status, but from wisdom and a serene state of mind. When you let go of these things, you will find luck, prosperity, and good health. Did you know that many illnesses are linked to negative emotions? Did you know how many toxins your body produces when you are angry? A moment of rage lasts only a minute, but its consequences can linger for days. Over time, if your emotions are suppressed, everything, your career, relationships, and life, can go from an 80 to 90 score to barely passing. Unless something good happens, bad luck will cling to you, leaving you lost, irritable, and emotionally unstable. When you struggle with negativity, your health suffers, and success becomes harder to achieve. That's why today, for the sake of your health and future, I want to share 4 methods to eliminate negative emotions and minimize anger. These 4 methods are what I personally practice every day. 1. Don't doubt yourself. Stop questioning your abilities. Let go of past negative experiences. Don't overthink. Don't dwell on meaningless worries. A big problem today will be small tomorrow. Things that once made you cry may one day make you laugh. Think of it like holding a glass of water. If you keep holding it, your arm will ache. Is it the glass making you tired? No, it's because you refuse to put it down. Put it down. That's all. When others speak ill of you, just live your life. You can't control what they say, and when their mouths get dry, they'll get their own water. There's no need to argue with fools. It's like arguing with a madman. Even if you win, you may end up hurt. If you know they're crazy but still argue with them, who's the real fool? When stress weighs you down, relax. Live like an ordinary person. 3 meals a day. Not like a machine working from dawn to midnight. When others criticize you, when they say you can't do it, just live your way. Don't waste energy on petty people. The moment you stop fighting small minds, you have already eliminated 40% of negative emotions. 2. Stop expecting from others. No one, friends, family, or lovers, will always act according to your wishes unconditionally. If you want people to listen to you, you must offer them benefits in return. This world operates on effort, ability, value attraction. Before you build your value, don't expect others to follow you. Lower expectations of others. Raise standards for yourself. Improve yourself so that people naturally come to you. When you do this, you eliminate another 20% of negativity. 3. Say no to what you don't want. If someone makes an unreasonable request, look them in the eye and firmly say, "I don't want to." Once you push them back, they won't treat you as weak again. Example: an old friend says, "We're having a class reunion. Everyone must contribute $500. You simply reply, "I don't want to go." If they insist, just say, "I'm not going." So what? Let them be unhappy. It doesn't matter as long as you're happy. Or maybe a coworker keeps asking you for favors like picking up their packages or buying them bubble tea, but they never express gratitude. For such people, just say, "I'm not your errand runner." Let them be upset. Your happiness matters more. Understand that your life is yours. If you don't learn to be a little selfish, you'll never find true joy. Stop bending over backwards for people who don't appreciate you. Focus on what brings you joy and cherish the people who truly matter. When you do this, you gain even more strength. 4. Meditate daily. Every day, spend 45 minutes in a quiet place. Sit cross-legged, rest your hands on your knees, and relax from head to toe. Empty your mind. Observe your thoughts, but don't hold on to them. After 45 minutes, you'll feel incredibly refreshed and clear-headed. I have practiced meditation for years. It has helped me stay calm, develop strong logical thinking, and navigate life with ease. Life is exhausting sometimes. When you feel drained, don't complain. Don't go around whining. It only makes others look down on you. Not everyone has good intentions. Some will turn your struggles into gossip. Expect nothing from anyone. The only person you can truly rely on is yourself. If people talk behind your back, let them. It doesn't matter. Care about your present and future, not meaningless opinions. You don't need everyone to like or understand you. Life is a one-way ticket. There's no return journey. Live it well. Life is like a play. We are the lead actors, experiencing moments of joy, sorrow, anger, and love. Every bitter or sweet moment adds flavor to life. Savor every second. Each day is a precious gift. Cherish it. Fill your life with passion, courage, and love for the world. Pursue your dreams. Embrace every moment of beauty. We all know that life is full of uncertainties, challenges, and unknowns. But at the same time, we also understand that we only live once. There are no rewinds, no repeats. That's why we must face life with courage, using our strength and determination to overcome every obstacle. Along this journey, we are presented with countless choices, and each one has the power to shape our destiny. But no matter which path we take, we must strive to live well, because this is our life, our story to write. Let's make every moment meaningful and cherish each day as the precious gift that it is. Embrace the world with love and kindness. Shape the future with wisdom and bravery. Because this life, we only have it once.